Great to see you again. I'm Romana Maiori.
Dario Ponissi, in the flesh. How are you?
This is Joint Adventure Level 2.
Right.
The cycle ends here.
Yes.
How do we round it up?
Well, by exploring Bm7, which was still missing from the list, and taking a look at an alternative position for the G chord.
That's useful. Were you thinking of strumming and arpeggio too?
Yes, absolutely. We'll go for the whole pot today.
Well then, all you need to do is to relax, get your guitar and play on.
Play on.
Play on.
Okay, Bm7. I just show you two different ways of playing the Bm7, but let's go into detail so that we can have it more clear. All right, so first of all, you place a bar on the second fret, okay, and then you will go with your middle finger on second string, third fret, where you find the note of D, by the way. You place your ring finger on fourth string, fourth fret, okay, where you find an F sharp, and you will have the dominant 7 under your bar. So it's important that you press well the bar so that you can actually hear it. The dominant 7 in this case will be the note of A, because for the rule that we already explored many times, you reach the octave of the root note of the chord, in this case B, and then go back one whole tone. One whole tone from B is actually B flat and then A. The note of A is here on the third string, second fret. And so, okay, this is one possibility, and it's completely fine. You can use this if you want. And another possibility is to add your pinky on first string and fifth fret, where you find the note of A. Just in case you want to confirm, open string of E, then here we find the F, G is here, and with your pinky you find the fifth fret will be the dominant 7 of the chord of B minor 7. All right, so this was actually the chord that was missing from the roster of all the dominant 7 chords, and so we can define this series of chords completed. You can see actually that we can use these chords in many different situations. All the 13, 14 songs that we've done up until now used all dominant 7 chords in different chord progressions. So you can see that they are very important chords in the usage of the guitar. As I said in the introduction, I want to show you an alternative way, an alternative position for the G chord, the G major chord. You remember we studied this position. This was the position of G. I also want to tell you again, many people do it this way, with a different fingering. All right, I asked you to learn it this way, only because in this way you have the forefinger ready to do other things. I will give you a small anticipation. If I place my forefinger on the second string and first fret, I will play this chord, which is called G suspended fourth. I will explain this in the third level, which we will start in a few weeks. So, just to give you an anticipation, but it's not only a chord, it's also it's a nice effect, and it's used in many popular songs. It's almost like a tenet of accompanying, guitar accompanying. So it's important that you know how to use it. All right. So the alternative position of the chord of G major is actually a chord that makes use of a bar again. You remember we studied the F chord with a bar, which is like an E major moved up neck one position and adding a bar. All right. So the logic will tell you that if I continue and I do a whole tone, I will reach a chord of G. It's very simple. F, G. Just to tell you, for instance, on these two chords, or two very similar chords, George Benson, the famous guitarist, built a whole song. On Broadway. Maybe you remember this song. Okay, so it's important that we actually know this alternative position of G major. All right, so in detail, if you want to start from scratch, you can place your bar on the 3rd fret and then put your middle finger on 3rd string 4th fret. Then your ring finger will go on 5th string 5th fret and you place the pinky right below it. All right? Okay. So the reason why I'm bringing into the lesson this kind of position is because today we use a chord progression that will become a song in the Playtime section, which might be actually it might be more comfortable to use this G and not the other when we use it. Okay, I'll show you the chord progression. We start with a B minor 7, and then I'll move to G. I can go here, but I can also do, which is slightly more comfortable. Of course, you have to learn the position first, and then you say, no, it's not comfortable at all. But actually, if you learn it in time, you will discover that it's actually a bit smoother doing this way, because you already have a bar, basically, and all you had to do is to move up your fingers. All right, so that's the reason why I wanted to introduce this new positioning. All right, so the song that we'll play together in the Playtime section has an interesting chord progression, because I'll show you first. It begins with B minor 7, then move to a G, then goes into a D, and then into an A. All right. So if we want to think in terms of patterns, if I start this progression starting with a D major, and then I go into B minor 7, then I go into G, and then into A, I have basically the chord progression that we studied some lessons ago, which was in C, by the way, no? With the alternative. I think you remember this. Okay, this particular chord progression is called 1, 6, 2, 5, or 1, 6, 4, 5. Because if I start from C, it's 1. Then I go into A minor, that's 6. C, D, E, F, G, and A makes 6. And then I can go, for instance, to 4, and I find F, C, D, E, F, 4, and then G will become 5. Remember, it was written in Roman numerals. Okay, if I move this one tone up, I will find exactly the same chords that I showed you before, because C will become D. Okay, A minor will become B minor, in this case B minor 7. Okay, F will become G, and G will become A. All right, so this is called transposing. So moving from one tonality to another. If I have to move from C to D, I will go up one whole tone. So This is a thing that is done all the time. So it's important that you begin to think about this thing called transposing. All right. So to go back to the song, let's learn the song so that we can play together later. It's basically a chord progression in D, but starting from the 6th degree. So from the Bm7. All right. Let's see again. The introduction will be very simple. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. I play the chords of Bm7. 2, 3, 4. G. 2, 3, 4. D. 2, 3, 4. And A. 2, 3, 4. Then I will go into the verse. The verse I will use a strumming, a double strumming. In other words, the same chords that I used before. We're going to Bm7, 2, 3, 4. This is a strumming. And repeat. Bm7. G, D, A. All right, then we go into a refrain. The first refrain is different from the second refrain in the ending. So just bear with me for a moment. The first refrain will be Bm7. Then we go into G. Go back to Bm7 and A. And then again Bm7, G, then again D and A. The second refrain, it's very similar, but it has a different ending. So we go into Bm7, 3, 4, G, 2, 3, 4, Bm7, 2, 3, 4, A, 2, 3, 4. Then again, Bm7, 2, 3, 4, G, 2, 3, 4. Then we go into D, 2, 3, 4. Then C, 1, 2, 3, 4. Stop, 2, 3, 4. And then Bm7. Bm7 and G and D, A, and we're finishing with Bm7. You can do this or this, it's the same thing. All right, on the introduction and the ending, I will play a little arpeggio. So you don't have to worry about it. Just go with the chord, basically. All right. So this is it. And so get ready, and we move to playtime.
Hey. You know what? It's playtime.
It's playtime.
Yes.
Time and again. We have met here, oh fellow inner guitarists.
Thanks for your presence. If you haven't done it yet, please remember to subscribe to our channel and to follow us on Pinterest, Facebook, Instagram.
Yes, and also let us know that you like us by putting a thumbs up here below. So, about today's song.
The title is I'll Be Myself, open brackets. It's a new day, close brackets.
Never underestimate the power of the brackets.
Yes.
Of course, for the explanation, you can refer to the second part of the lesson where we studied in detail the whole song. All right, let's do it. Myself at last, shake of rust and and 7 G. Then I changed to D. Here I moved to A, making headway. Bidding farewell today, shunning any further delay. To all my fears, to all my tears, I play, I sway for a new day. Bidding farewell today, shunning any further delay. To all my fears, to all my tears, I play, I sway. It's a new day. It's a new day. Yes, we wish you a new day. We wish a new day to all of you. Be yourself and take the world in your hand.
Music helps, that is a fact. Can you imagine a world without it?
A useless place.
Yes.
Yes, so
So see you on Joint Adventure Level 3.
the place where you want to be.
Ciao.